Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of a mixed video. I'm gonna show you a couple of different things. You can see a package here from Amazon, which I'm gonna unbox. But first I'm gonna show you two DVDs. And yes, I only have two movies that I watched recently that I have on DVD. It's been a while, well, it hasn't been longer than normal, but I really, considering that I only have two DVDs, it doesn't sound like I watched a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna show you those two DVDs, then unbox this, and then I also have some Swedish stuff that I watched recently that I'm gonna talk a little bit about, just to make the video a little longer, and for whoever wants to watch more, you can watch that too. If you don't want to watch more, you're free to turn it off whenever you want, or watch whichever part that you want. Anyway, I have watched other stuff than only these two movies that I'm gonna show you first. I have watched, well, for example, the Swedish stuff that I'm gonna show you in the ending. I watched two other shows, which I'm not going to talk about yet because I'm not done with them. And I have watched, this weekend I watched 4 movies that were nominated for Oscars. Because, of course I watched the awards ceremony. Anyway, yeah, let's just show the two movies here. First one is chick flick. It says The Other Bride here, but I think The Decoy Bride is maybe a more known title for this. And Kelly MacDonald is in this, from Boardwalk Empire. I had no idea she was in this. I mean, she's right there on the cover and her name is there. But first of all, I don't think I really knew her name. I mean, I had heard it, but it's not something which I put. It's not something that, well, I didn't remember it, basically. And I just didn't recognize her on the cover either. But she pulls off this kind of clumsy, whimsical part really well in a romantic comedy, because she obviously she's very different from the character she plays in Boardwalk Empire, and I'm always really fascinated with actors who can perform different kinds of roles in a believable way. So anyway, it's not a masterpiece. But I like romantic comedies. You've heard me say it before so many times if you've been watching my videos for a while, but they're just fun, and I liked it. I'm not gonna watch it again ever in my life. Well, who knows, but I don't think so. But it was a fun movie. This next one doesn't say the English title on here, but I think it's called I've Loved You So Long something, which is a movie about Kristen Scott Thomas, who I really did not know that she's actually British, and they mention in the movie that she has a stronger British accent because she lived there for a longer time, and I was just thinking that that's something they added to the story, but maybe they did that because she has a British accent when she speaks French, because it's a French movie, and they just sort of weaved that into the plot, maybe you could say. Maybe that's not the right expression, but incorporated that to explain to the audience why she had an accent. I can't hear the accent because I don't know French, but je ne comprends pas. Yeah, it's about her. She's released from prison after 15 years. It is revealed pretty early on what she did, but there's still a mystery surrounding it. But I'm not going to mention what she did. I don't want to say too much, so I'll just not say anything at all to be safe. But yeah, and then when she comes out, she's sort of, I don't think you can say that she's in custody with her sister, but her younger sister sort of, I think she has to live with her for a while. Don't know if she's allowed to live on her own yet. Anyway, she lives with her sister, and it's about their relationship. So I thought this was good. Now to the unboxing. Wow, it's really warm in here. Maybe it's the light right there, because it's really cold outside, so, well, pretty cold. So we got 4 books in here. Oh, they are thicker than I thought. First of all, the other 3 are thicker than I thought, not this one. Eyewitness Auschwitz by Philip Miller. You can barely see it. Also says here 3 years in the gas chamber in yellow text, but you can barely see that. Yellow text on a beige background. Maybe not the best idea. Anyway, Philip Miller recently did a review on the movie and DVD box set of Showa, a documentary about World War II and the Holocaust, and he is interviewed in that one. But I think I had heard about this book, this autobiography, before I saw Showa. So when he appeared in Showa, I just sort of realized that, oh yeah, that's the guy who wrote that book that I've heard about. But that made me want to read it more. But it's about his experiences in Auschwitz and in the gas chamber, or in the Sonderkommando. Well, I don't think that's the German name for it, I guess. I don't remember what it was called in English. Well, he was in Auschwitz for 3 years, and survived, obviously, to write this. So I was interested in this, and then I'll just show you all these three at once, and then talk about why I bought them and stuff after. These are 3 Terry Pratchett books. Eric, Mort, means death in French, I think, and Sorcery. These books are extremely nice. You can see that it sort of shines here, and that is a different sort of texture to that, and the overall texture feels very, very nice, and you can see the gold here. And these are new releases, or new editions of the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. So you can see it says, here it says, the Unseen University Collection, the Death Collection, and again, Unseen University Collection. I don't think these are released, well, they are not released, I know that for a fact, chronologically, but they are released in sort of categorically, because Unseen University Collection. So the stories about the Unseen University, I guess, or the wizards, they were released, you know, in one go, or in the same period, or you know what I'm trying to say. And same with the rest. So all of them aren't released yet in these new, really nice looking editions. I got 3 of them at once because partly I had to get over the limit, or you know, I wanted to get free shipping, obviously, but also I want to read all of them, obviously, because I only read 3, so this is the amount that I already have. And I read the first one a long time, well, over 2 years ago. The last one I read last summer. I read Thud, which is like the 30-something, 33rd maybe, and I read the first 2, Color of Magic and The Light Fantastic. Is that the title? And I was looking for 3 books. These are not part 3, 4 and 5, and I want to read them that way, but they were not released yet, all of those. I don't think the third one was released. I don't know exactly which parts these are, but one of them is the 4th, I think. Mort might be the 4th one. So the 3rd one is Equal Rights, but it was not released yet. And then I sort of I didn't want to buy like part 2 of one series when I hadn't read part 1. So, but these 3 I think would be, they're fine to read. Yeah, anyway. So Eric is much shorter. I mean, only about 100 pages. Well, 130. But these are really terrific. I'm looking forward to reading more of them. And we have a sort of a picture there on the back too, or on the spine, I mean. And the 3 I have, when they're released in these editions, I want to get those 2, just to have all of them in this edition. And that's gonna take a while because there are 40 of them, and I have 3, and then 3 more, but again, not in this edition. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna show these Swedish titles now, if you're interested, because I have more time, so why not? We have 4 seasons in the whole series of Svenska Hjärtan, which translates to Swedish Hearts. It's referred to as a soap opera, but it's not in my eyes. It doesn't have that cheesy, over the top vibe, or feeling. And it was made from 1987. You can see the years here. 1987, season 1. Season 2, 1989. Season 3, 1995. Season 4, 1998. And largely they are the same characters. It's a drama show, kind of like a very down to earth drama show with sort of heavy realism, and not too much happens. It's about sort of a lane or radhusområde. I can show you a picture of a typical radhusområde if you want to. This is where it takes place. Sort of lower to middle class. Well, maybe not lower, middle class society. Neighbors living their lives, facing everyday problems, and and I feel like I was in the middle of a sentence, then I started talking about something else, and I intended to come back to that first sentence, but I forgot. Anyway, I thought it's a great show. The first season I bought last year, I think a year ago, almost a year ago. Then the other 3 I bought when I realized that the first one was great, and so I bought the 3 ones at once. However, I did not finish the 4th one and final one until just recently. So, but I don't think anyone outside of Sweden would necessarily want to watch this, and I kind of doubt that you can find this with English subtitles. Maybe you can, but I don't know. I think that it's a really good show, and great characters, great acting. Doesn't feel like they're acting, just feels like they're having discussions. Feels like there's a strong sort of improvise element, but there's not. It's very strictly scripted. They really had to stick to their lines. I guess there could be more to say about that, but I think it's great. Then we have something which was on TV years ago, and it just looked like the most boring show to me. And this is Class 9A. Class 9A. It's about I guess this would be high school, 9th grade. The A is just, doesn't matter. But a 9th grade school in the south of Sweden, and the school is one of the worst in Sweden, allegedly, or supposed to be. And the goal with the series and with the project that is made in the series is for the students to this class to become one of the top 3 of Sweden during only one fall semester, and that is sort of attempted by hiring or getting the best teachers, some of the best teachers in their different fields in Sweden. So the best math teacher, best Swedish teacher, so on. Maybe not best, but really good known teachers for being great at teaching. They're trying to reach one of the best 3 classes. And I don't think it's great. I don't know if I feel that it necessarily needed to be this long. Well, maybe it did, but I wasn't interested all the way through. It's okay. There is a second season too, but I'm not gonna watch that. So it's just about the climate of the school. Obviously, education is central. It's a lot of scenes, a lot of interviews with the students. I have to say that they're really uninteresting, because the students they're not interesting people. They're just regular students. That sounds incredibly arrogant, but the teachers, they're the most interesting to listen to. They're really fascinating people, most of them. Well, some of them. Especially the math teacher. I really like listening to him. And also scenes in the classroom during the teaching, during during class. And then last one here, I also have season 2 of this, but I recently finished the first season of Grotesque. It says here at the top, a humor show, a humor series in 8 completely different episodes. Kind of like absurd humor. They just do whatever the hell they want. There's no really formula to the show. It's just comedy. Not traditional comedy, but kind of comedy which is out there, which is kind of pretty black comedy. And just stuff which doesn't feel too out there, because some Swedish comedy is a little bit like this, but still original and pretty you know, what the fuck sometimes. They just do whatever the hell they want. It says 8 completely different episodes, so and they pretty much are. They just sort of go with their instincts, their comedic whatever, and just roll with it. Or anyway, that's it. Yeah, okay, that's it. So thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.